Okay. Um, yeah, I haven't, here, Trash Talk Eternal. Okay. Um, actually, let me reboot this. Hold on a sec. Okay, wait, let's put something out here. Or, not that one. Let's put, Grok here. There's a guy over here. Um, yeah, okay, so I'm kind of late, like a lot late, and that's just because I was trying to do something to fix my streaming settings. I am on Linux Mint Debian Edition, or LMDE 6, and it was having problems. It wasn't applying settings in OBS. OBS wasn't applying settings, so I turned to Grok, and it told me to create a script to actually set the settings, and then I had it help me set up a thing where it runs every time I reboot. So now all my OBS settings are automatically applied without me having to do anything, and so that seems to fix that. And it was part of a thing where I was asking about um, a little bit about my channel, and it was noticing a few things, like, for instance, people like starting up and starting to watch, and then clicking off like pretty quick. And I was just saying it's because it takes me a long time to like post all the links and stuff, which I plan to actually stop doing at some point. But I wanted to do this for a little while until I got some people actually watching. So um, the first part of that was just making sure that my settings are applied properly, and so now I can optimize my streaming stuff. But it took a couple of reboots today to make sure everything was working, so that's why I'm starting late. And I haven't posted any links anywhere to the live stream because it's gonna be like almost break time. So I'll just go ahead and I take my break at 1:30, and right now it's 12:47 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, which means I have little under 45 minutes approximately to do any work, and so I just decided I wasn't gonna post links anywhere until after the break. Sort of like a short one, and it is gonna be a short one because I'm just starting now, and I still got a lot more to do as far as optimizing my intro. I'm gonna find some places that will post links to multiple socials at once, and then I'll figure out how to get the the startup to be a lot quicker, and that way I'll be starting more on time, which is supposed to be 11:30. I'm supposed to start at 11:30. At least that's what I set for myself, and then I'm supposed to go and work until 1:30, and then a break for 30 minutes, and then another hour and a half after that. So part of the reason that people aren't coming in here is because of the because I'm pretty liberal about my breaks sometimes. I mean, I try to stay accurate, or I try to stay on time, but it rarely ever works out that way. So I'm still working on that. But once I get this down, maybe uh, making sure that my break only takes the amount of time that I'm trying to get it to make to work, only 30 minutes. I think I should be able to um, get like on time and stuff, and not have a long startup time and all that stuff. So I'll be optimizing over the week, and it might mean that I'm a little bit late. So as far as let me go back to this real quick. As far as Trash Talk Eternal, and I don't even know who you are, Trash Talk Eternal, unless you were using a different name as one like you said 5 years ago. So yeah, I was putting out all these videos, and they were pretty darn boring, and I wasn't actually making progress on the game. So eventually, at some point, just sort of stopped working on it. Actually, I need to pull this back up so that we're not seeing the multiple me's there. And actually, the reason I have this set up this way is so that I can see the restream chat behind everything. So I actually leave it on my main monitor here. And anyways, so basically, I was trying the same thing a long time ago, up until 2019. All I did succeed in uh, was actually like doing a few tutorials, and then I was doing some sketching practice at one point, doing a little Blender at one point, and frankly, I was getting they were just pretty boring. In fact, I didn't really want to take the time to edit, so I basically got it down to a point of where um, the videos I uploaded weren't really edited exactly. What I do is I would record my development, and then when I made my videos, I would play it in VLC, and then I would kind of narrate over it. I could skip over, I'd speed it up, or whatever, and it made it kind of convenient not to mess with. Um, um, okay, Fedora, that's cool. I'm relatively new to Linux. I tried it years ago for just a little short while. I didn't like it that much, and then once I heard that Windows end of life is going to be sometime this year, October, I think, I decided just to go ahead and I would go ahead and switch to Linux. And so I haven't actually used Windows in months now, but I still have it on. Um, it's on a dual boot, and I actually want to switch from LMDE to Linux Mint regular, the one that's based off of Ubuntu. And to do that, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna want to make a backup uh, copy of my what do you call it, NVMe drive, um what M.2 M.2 MB the NVMe SSD anyways. It's a 1 terabyte, and it's got a bunch of partitions, and LMDE is, because it's based on Debian directly, it means it's longer in between updates. And I guess Canonical kind of keeps Ubuntu kind of up to date with drivers and such, even if Debian itself doesn't. And I was thinking, really I should be using regular Mint instead of this, because of all the little problems I've been having. So um, anywho, um, so yeah, so so yeah, I was doing that for a while, and then I would realize I wasn't making any progress. I have like something like 600 and something videos. You can kind of go through them if you look at all the videos that are posted, and just hardly anybody like watch them and stuff. I don't blame anybody for not watching them though, because they're, like I said, they're pretty boring, and they weren't showing any progress. And so I figured out a different way of building my game. So I'm doing it in phases now, and it's gonna be a fully interactive point and click adventure game. But I decided that how you like to break a project down, and what I decided to do is I decided to go with the simplest form of adventure game, and which is a choose your own adventure, which is not, I guess it's not strictly an adventure game. It's sort of, but I figured it was the easiest. I should say simplest, not easiest necessarily, but the simplest thing to do. and then eventually I would add on to it and evolve it over time to where and do it in phases where I could handle it. So like this phase is just the choose your own adventure phase right now, and I am I'm using Redot instead of Godot just because I wanted to use it, basically. Um, I heard all the stuff that the Godot Discord community was doing, and Twitter and all this stuff, and so these guys forked to Godot 4.3, uh, renamed it Redot or Redo, whatever you want to pronounce it, and I've been using it ever since, and so I'm cool with it. Um, but yeah, so so I'm doing it in different phases. So phase one is choose your own adventure game. Phase two, I decouple uh, the navigation from the choices, so that you'll have separate controls for moving around the world. You know, north, south, east, and west, up and down, that sort of thing. Um, from the actual like in room or in scene choices, there'll be choice um, separate choice separate actions essentially, and then I'm gonna do a couple things. I'm gonna make the rooms kind of reusable. They'll have the different choice sets depending on where you're at in the game, but that way I get used to using a single location instead of multiple pages, because the choose your own adventure is just it's it's a forward moving narrative, and so that means that even if it was the same location, you would um, you would have to do a new page for that if you wanted to do something different. Because in books, you of course you don't have a like a save state system, right? I mean, you could manually do it. You could write a deal inventory and whatever. And I think there was some uh, game book series that actually did like RPG, like you had stats and you had to write stuff down. And but a basic choose your own adventure is just a story that you turn to different pages. So, um, but eventually the rooms are going to be, you know, you'll have a location that sometimes it'll return to the location, right? A hub or a base of operations or whatever, and depending on what's going on in the game. So that's what I decided to do, and I think I'm doing a better job at this time. Now the streams aren't any more exciting, except I have an actionable goal here. Not a time limit. I mean, I had this time limit that was going to be it was going to be 1 month that I could do this in, and now I'm up to 4 months, and so right now I'm adding stuff to the Redot editor, like a couple of plugins for some buttons to save things, and I've got a way to add doors to rooms now. And doors are basically they're just portals to different locations, and so in them they just have basically an ID, which is the name, like door to something, and then they have the choice number, and that's actually a string because eventually I plan on having you. Eventually, I'm going to have a text parser in there, so it's going to be text commands. Of course, thinking about it in hindsight now, I could have left them as number choices and not worried about them being strings, because I'll probably be handling a text parser completely differently, so I won't be even using that in the door system. But it's okay. I mean, it works, and I got something that works, so that's good. So yeah. So the big difference here is that I got a plan. I'm moving forward each time, and I'm actually showing progress. And I am uploading uh, update videos like twice a week, at least for the first. So it was 3 months worth of videos at twice a week. Right now, I'm doing once a week, so I'm not editing videos Well, I used to edit on Wednesday and Saturdays. Now I'm just doing it on Saturdays because it's the once a week thing, and then eventually it's going to be um, once every 2 weeks. So, but um, I'm editing these clips together so that somebody doesn't have to watch the streams because the streams can be boring. I'll be caught in a bug, and then I'll be looking down at my keyboard, looking at the screen, looking at some other screen, something else, and doing stuff. And sometimes I don't even talk and whatever. And so it's just some of it's boring, some of it's not so boring. It depends on what you like. If you like story stuff, you like when I start talking about my story. If you like coding, you'll like the coding parts, whatever. Anyways, so that's about to where I am as far as my game goes, and that ate up about 15 minutes, and so now I have about 30 minutes left for until my break, which is it's fine. It's because I started late, like I said earlier. I have some things that take me extra time that it shouldn't take me when I'm starting my streams, and so people when they come in here, they see the please wait all the time, and they get bored and they leave. Or the same thing with the break, but I can't really change the break exactly. I mean, I could uh, for myself, I could change the break if I wanted to, but um, I, uh, spending some time with my dad during the breaks usually, and then afterwards, of course. So right now he's laying down, and so I take about 3.5 hours of my day usually streaming. So break I make coffee and then we watch something off of YouTube or whatever. So the break time is kind of non-negotiable sort of. I mean, I could probably ask him, if we could do it this other way, but he doesn't like it when I change it up all the time. So I just decided I would make that steady. So it would be 30 minutes every day, every weekday anyways. So yeah. So that's where I'm at. That's why I'm late. And today, I am going to start adding. Okay, so I don't know if you know anything about my game here. Let's go into dev stuff on my desktop, right? Yeah, yeah, good. Um, Here, let's see where we at. Redot. Okay, I'll briefly go into the folder before starting it though. Okay, so these are the rooms. They're JSON files, right? These are the doors. These are destination. And right now it's just a linear. It's not a game yet or anything, right? So okay, so let me start up Redot here. Uh, so uh, let's go to channel phase one and okay, and it doesn't look like there are any errors, right? No errors? Editor messages. Okay. Okay, so um just to give you a quick view here, this is a room, okay, and so I have this displayed visually here, so I can edit it. I have save room data, which is doesn't it's not the save scene. You don't save the scene, you save the room data, and it saves it actually recreates the JSON rooms each time I hit save, but it allows me to do some editing and stuff. So um, ID origin uh, and origin was used to be parent, but I'm not really doing parent-child relationship thing anymore, even though technically it still is. And all of these are actually there's a certain order that they go in. That I don't have multiple doors on any of them here. So this is the door specs array, and basically they're strings to indicate how to add and remove doors. Now, to remove a door, you simply remove the semicolon, and it automatically is removed. It's removed uh, whenever I save it, it removes the current doors, remakes them based on the speclets, and then re-adds them. And I actually think I need to do a little bit more careful stuff, because if I save it, if I remove the semicolon or I misspell it or something, things like this could be gone if it doesn't have the semicolon in it. And I think I want to do some sort of a matching thing where the text is in there, and I'm gonna have to figure that out. In fact, Grok did a lot of the script stuff here, so let's go into scripts, and so here we're changing the spec string. What am I doing here? I think this is when it loads in, when it creates doors from specs. Um, and it'll load in the specs. It'll create the doors. It'll add them over here, and then when I hit save, it'll create the new ones. Actually, this create doors from spec just does the creation here, the new creation, and so this is what it's doing here. This is actually going through the string and uh, parsing the string. So whenever it hits the ch, it adds that to the choice string, and then when it hits the destination, it adds that to the destination string, and then when it hits the semicolon, then then it stops. So if you remove the semicolon isn't in there, then it's not going to create the new door. Um, New door. Let's see here. Um, well, it does not equal. Keep going. Keep going until it equals semicolon. Um, okay, so this removes all the doors, right? And so if you hit, if it ends with semicolon, continue. In other words, don't create the door if it hits if it doesn't have a semicolon. And I think I'm gonna figure out a different way of doing that, just so it's not so easy to you know um I still might leave it there as an end of line kind of deal, but I might do like some more complicated like matching. Maybe it tries to create it um anyways. I wanted a quick and easy way to add and remove doors. So adding means I add the string in there. Um, no semicolon means that don't don't make it. And in fact, what I might do here instead is I might say if it's just empty, right? If yeah, you know what I should do? Let's see some here. Choice string. This actually sets the choice string here, but and then does the loop. So I don't actually need this up there exactly. Well, I guess I kind of do. That's fine. Um, so I should let me think here for a second. Um, if it goes through there, but it doesn't begin with that, I should have some like default values in there, right? So channel colon like I could put okay, just give me a sec here. I'm trying to decide how I want to do this thing here. Um, let me pull this back down. Okay. So I should have a default. Now this is going to be a string, so I can put anything in here for string. I could put X or whatever. I could put star or something, whatever I wanted, and do that as a default. And then just check if the string's empty. If it's empty, um, continue. You know, if not, it's going to attempt. So it's going to check and see if it has ch colon, and if it does, then it's going to go until it's the comma. So that is fine. And then of course, if it doesn't have ch or destination in there, then it won't create those strings, and those strings will be this. So, but instead of doing that, I could do this. So these are the actual loops that go through the characters, and this doesn't. So choice string, destination string, ID string. Okay. So choice string can be ch colon, and then this way it'll go ahead and create a door even if it doesn't match anything. So we're gonna do it in right, choice string. We're just gonna go ahead and say X destination string. Get destination. Okay. And for destination string, we're gonna go xxx underscore xx like that. I don't know. Maybe we can just do it with asterisks that way. That way you know that there's nothing in there, and then ID string is going to be the same as, right? So if I go into door, ident, and then door name, and right now they're the same. There's not, there's probably not a need even to have it, but I'll just go ahead and use that right now. So, okay. And how about I leave the ID string to be like that? Now, we'll make it the same because it's the same in actuality. So this ways, now, okay, I get it. I get it. Let's think for a second. Okay, so this is the deal. If it has ch, if I leave that, whoops, if I leave that in, that will be fine. Shouldn't have anything in there anyways. So that way, if it still has it, if you put the thing in there, then it should still work. Now this one, if it doesn't end with semicolon continue, but how about not do that? If door spec, we'll do this. If door spec is equal to nothing, then continue. Okay. And so it should do everything like normal. When I save it, when I hit save, I shouldn't have an error. I believe. Um, so let's see if that's the case. 2D map, and I'm not changing anything right now. Let's think for a second. Right, it deletes all the doors. Okay. So let's save. Hubert home. And let's go to it actually doesn't matter which one I choose here, but let's do that. Let's go to the rooms. Where's Hero Home? Hero Home's right here. Everything seems to be okay. Now, if I hit semicolon, okay, so right now I need to go back and check and see how it handles the semicolon. Okay, so this goes to if I is less than length and doorspect I does not equal semicolon, add doorspect I. I'm probably going to end up screwing things up here, but I need to do this to test it out. So if I remove the semicolon, okay, and then I go here and I save it. Now that this is in Hubert Home, right? Hubert Home. It might screw up Hubert Home, so let's take a note of, okay, so Hubert Home JSON and Hubert Home meta. Okay, that's fine. And then we're going to do save it. We're going to go back over here. And is Hubert Home the same? And up here, we're going to run this Hubert Home. And everything looks like it's supposed to, I think. Right? Because it's not going to try to create the rooms down here. And so that way, I don't strictly need the semicolon. Well, oh, I see. Oh. Wait a second. Set door specs. Save room data. Ah, I see. It adds the semicolon back. Okay, let me see if there's something wrong here. It's nothing wrong. It's not that there's anything wrong here. It's that, let's see here. I'll leave that the way that is. It's not really a big deal. Update name label data from JSON. Oh. Spec string equals. So it loads up the door, and then it puts the semicolon on there. Okay. So now the only way to delete it, though, is of course to. Here, let's do a little test here, though. Let's make this ch colon space 2, and let's say I don't put the comma on. All right. Now let's go ahead and go here, and let's go ahead and save room data. What did it do? it created a new door. Oh, I wonder why it did that. Hmm. Why did it do that? Oh, I have to do a test here first. Um, I think I can just save it directly by doing this, and it's gone now. See, which is fine. Hmm. So what happens when I do ch? Let's do that again. ID door to Cerulean choice 2. Let's go into Hebert Home, which is interesting. It's almost 1:30. I kind of need to know what it's doing here. Let's delete. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to save data. There we go. I think, let me see something here. I think, is it because it doesn't have a name in it? Maybe. That's not it. This is it. Um, so I didn't do a, that's kind of not right though, the way that's working. So what I do is I do this stuff here, door to destination string, substring. I need to, okay, so I need to print this out. So print ID string, wait, print ID colon plus ID string plus choice colon space plus choice string plus, and I don't care about the door name because it sets it to the same thing. Choice plus dest colon plus dest string. So, okay, gonna save it, and Let's see if that'll work. Just so I can identify it when I see it. Okay, so all right. Let's do it differently. Let's do it on this one. There. That way I can just look at the last thing here. ch:2. Sure. I'm gonna save it. Okay. Why? First of all, it's reading the choice correctly, but why is the destination? That's weird. I think I'll have to ask Grok, but it's almost time for my break here. So let's go ahead and take this out. Control S. Save room data. Make sure it's not there. Okay. Probably if I took my time to pay attention. New door.name. New door.name. I created a new door. Now, it would skip. It got this, it could do this, and it did it correctly. This, if substring I door spec, which is, okay, I is just the string. Substring I is the, right, begins with that. Skip it. If it doesn't, then it should just exit. And ID string still says door to sky. It shouldn't be door to sky, honestly. And that's what it's doing. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Because I even right, empty string. Like destination string should be this up here. And it's not. It should mess with it because it doesn't begin with that. If it doesn't begin with that. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and go on my break, and then here, let me do something here. Let's copy this. Copy, and I'm gonna go over to Grok. So here's a slightly updated create doors from specs bunk. Notice I modified the if statement at the top of the function to say if the door string, the door spec string is empty, continue, instead of a semicolon. Then I filled out the strings when I declared them with garbage data. So that if there was a problem, it would still attempt to create the door. What happens is choice work if I put ch:2 and nothing else after it, it will use the previous door's name. And destination. And in the scene tree, it would give me one of those node at names. It should reflect in the initial strings. What did I put? Okay, so what did I do with it? There we go. Star, star, star. Or, what's the other one? Where did it go? I got it. And star. Oh, that's what my problem was. Okay, just a second here. Okay, create door subspecs. Ideas. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it like that before and go on my break. So I'm going on my break now, and I'll be back in about 30 minutes. Gemini and DeepSeek are my buddies. Yeah, I was thinking about doing Gemini. Although it's Google, so Google's going to use all your stuff in their training. I don't think X does that, or at least they say that they don't do it. You know, at least there's some sort of you know a, an image or portrayal of some privacy. And ChatGPT, I don't think does either. And then DeepSeek, because of the China stuff, I'm kind of iffy on that too, honestly. Not that it's a real big problem, but to me, kind of so. But I'm still thinking about Gemini and what was that? It was like AI Studio or something, Google's AI Studio or whatever. I was thinking about using that because it's supposedly free, as long as you sign away your soul. Anyways, I'm gonna go on my break, and I will be back in about half an hour, and I'll see you then. And I'm gonna mute my mic. Okay, I am back. Oh, okay. Alrighty. All right, let's see something here. Before I go over your findings, I was thinking it would be too easy to mess up and delete a room when not intended. So instead, I was thinking it should go ahead and attempt to make the room anyway. Skip over spec entries that don't have anything in them. Although this negates the ability to delete rooms. But if I figure this out, I'll do something slightly different. Figure this out, I'll do something slightly different for deleting rooms. Oh, right. Right. Okay. Inside the door spec loop, of course. Um, yeah. Okay, so back. Um, uh, Trash Talk Eternal. I don't know if you're still here, but as far as Grok goes, um, even my dad doesn't have that much money. We're just gonna try it for a month or two to see if we could make it kind of pay off, so to speak. If we could make it useful. Now I do use it quite a bit. In fact, I use it for a lot of stuff. But at the same time, I can almost just use the free version. It's looking like that Grok isn't affording me anything extra. I mean, it's nice not to run into the limitation part of it, but also I find I probably rely on it a lot more than maybe I should. Um, and not that I don't let it write everything for me. I use it for ideas. I use it to help me figure stuff out. And then in this case, I need my stuff to do something uh, that I don't want to spend the whole time trying to figure out how to make it on my own. I'd rather have it just kind of write a few things really quickly so that I can just get to the business of making my game instead of messing around with anything else. In fact, in the future, I'm actually still planning on actually building an editor like concurrently. Like I'll spend like 30 minutes or so on actually building a room editor, an actual room editor, um, instead of using the Redot editor to do it for me. Okay, so uh, we're gonna do. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do these, and we're gonna do this again, and we'll do it at the top, probably underneath here, and or no. And then we're gonna take the bar out, and probably can have the variable declaration in there, but not really gonna do it. Okay, so let's try this again. CH:2. Enter. Go to 2D. Go to save room data. And door to star. And that's the destination. And that's actually working correctly. So that way it'll still make a door. Now, if I completely erase this, actually, if I completely erase the door data and I hit save again, I can still delete it. So I don't even need to change it. So I just changed that. Realize I did not need a special door deletion keyword or anything. You can still delete doors by removing the entry as empty entry as empty. Here, I'll put back here, back, just in case. Okay, zoom in as empty values get skipped, and thus they're removed from the system. There's a possibility that because it was using the same values from the previous loop, that since I set the door name to the same thing, it renamed the node because you can't have two of the same name. Yeah, duplicate names. Right. Nation still works. So you're in phase 1 of your choose your own adventure. Add validation for max 7 choices. Enforce phase 1 limit of 7 choices to ensure unique choices within the room to prevent conflicts. Phase 2 directional navigation. Start implementing directional navigation. Yeah. No. Actually, the next thing I'm going to do is to create and add and remove buttons for rooms. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here next is I'm going to. Oh, that's right. You know what? I haven't advertised this anywhere. Oh, I must have closed that. Okay, let's go open a recent stream text, and then let's go ahead and I'll go ahead and post this to IRC here. This is going to be short, but okay. Control D, copy, Control V, and okay. Then let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and do this. So I'll be doing the discords. Let's do the discords now. Even though I know it's taking up time, of course it's taking up time. It always takes up time. Okay, stream share. And here. I don't get that many viewers here from posting. And all I'm doing is just I'm posting links to a bunch of different discords, which I'm gonna find a way of automating it a little bit so that it doesn't have such a long time to start. I'm in self promotion, right? Okay. Here, let's go over here. All right. And then let's go back to where's self promotion here. Okay. Let's just go ahead and all right. And then Indie Cloud. Okay. And then Redot. Discussion. And they don't mind. Redot discussion. What does Games from Scratch have? Flax Engine? That was from yesterday. No, that was from today. Flax Engine release, I guess. I don't know what Flash Engine is. I don't particularly care. No offense to anybody that likes or uses Flash Engine. Okay. All right. That's it for the Discords. Um, okay. Now we have just a few more Redot forum making my dream game. So I got and let's go ahead and I have to put these onto let's reply. There we go. On their own lines, otherwise they look staggered and it looks kind of weird. In here, in the subreddit, the Redot, it's just the Redot subreddit anyways. So most likely most of these people are seeing this already. Streaming dev stream 89. Wait, it's Control V. Dev stream 89. I don't know if anybody from here. I mean, there's not that many people. It's got 144 members, but there's not that many people there usually. And anywho, okay, so then let's do the thing where I take this and I copy the tags. And the tags are mostly for X. Indie games. Okay. Post. Post here. George Singer. Is that the fat man? The music guy? Okay. I actually play some point and click adventurers because it's eventually going to be a point and click, but just not right now, I guess. And then the Redot engine. Thanks to that. Oops, I already said that. Okay. See, I can't post duplicates, exact duplicates, because it actually they changed the community thing to where it posts to your timeline, so it's like posting to my timeline 3 times. I mean, it's doing that. That's the only way to actually go directly into each of these communities. Get them to post, like to multi-post to the different communities. It'd be nice if Twitter had a way of just doing that, where it only posts to your timeline once, but it would post to the uh, to the communities you wanted to do. And I don't really know how to get suggestions to them, but it would be nice anyways. Okay, so let's just we can close that. 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 Close that. I could go to my notifications there. Okay. And then I can go to restream. Uh, actually, yeah, let's do the thing. Let's reload. Reload restream. The chat always resets, but sometimes I have to do that. Otherwise, it gets way out of sync, and I'm not sure why. It doesn't actually get out of sync in the actual stream. It just gets out of sync in when I'll play back. So anyways, okay, so what's the next thing? Next thing is to, since I got a way of deleting deals now, it doesn't rely on the semicolon, although I'm going to go ahead and leave the semicolon delimiter thing in there anyways, but now it doesn't matter, really. In fact, it doesn't matter what you do, it's going to put some garbage data in there, which is what we want. Okay. So the next thing to do is we're going to add. Okay, let's pull up Grok again. Okay. Add button signal. Yeah. It's great to hear. Add and remove buttons for rooms in your Redot 4.3. Okay. Currently, you manage rooms by loading JSON files, save room data, loads out these buttons, creates a new room, remove button to your editor UI, save room metadata button. Um, yeah, it's just save room data now, or save room, or forget what I called it exactly. But yeah. So okay, it's gonna show me how to do this, but I'm pretty sure I can do this on my own, even if it ends up being a pain. But I guess we can save that. That's all right. Let's go to custom save, enter tree, plug in button new, save room data. Add room, add, delete. Uh, Let me do something here real quick. What's the sit up add? I can use delete, remove, even subtract, although that's only in the context of map. Let's see if it comes up with a more suitable. Because, add's going to be 3 letters. REM could be remove, I guess. And in programming, it just, in some places, it usually means like remark. I think assembly use REM for remark. Basic might use REM for remark. I'm not sure. Can't remember exactly. But I mean, I could add ADD or REM, or I could just do a plus and minus. Um, I could go the plus route since it's next to save room data, no longer save metadata. Maybe typing too fast makes it a little dodgy. Maybe dodgy. Um, yeah, it's kind of annoying. You can kind of trip it up too. It's not just that this conversation is a long conversation, but also just if you interrupt it. I guess really what I should do is make sure I stop an answer. Buttons make sense. Verify the button label, save room data. Okay, so the first thing I need to do though is actually adding the button. So that's what I'm doing here. Button size, button text, created. So I can actually copy all of this. Editor map, get tree, edited scene root, editor map, and editor map has method on save button pressed. Button connect pressed. And where did we call it pressed at? Oh, I see. Button.connect. I see. Button.connect. Okay. So in a sense, I can just copy all of this. I'm going to do the thing that I said I was going to do before. And maybe the rest of you guys don't think this is a good idea, but it makes sense. It helps me to be able to visualize things. So that, whoop. In fact, I can do this end, enter, tree, that. Make sure there's space there. Make sure there's space here. And honestly, there's a lot of stuff. Now I'll leave the stuff like enter tree process and all that because technically speaking, this is these are built-in functions, right? Well, I have to do it this way because I have to write it the name that it's supposed to be. But my own, I like using Pascal case for function names, and then I like to put extra white space, so like stuff like that. Da 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 da. Like that, and let's do one here. Okay. Plugin enabled. Button new. Button created. That's all right. Button visibility. Okay. We'll just do that. Then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to. Okay. I wonder if I can put this on a. I wonder if I could do this. Is that going to error on me? No? Okay, good. That's good for formatting because this is kind of how I would do sometimes on really long things that don't fit in the editor. Now I could resize the editor so it would fit, but so and really all I'm doing right here is I'm just that Control S, and even on the if statements. Oh, that. So let's just run it. Or yeah. Okay, let's do project settings and plugins and loop and loop. Okay, plugin enabled. Okay, just making sure everything's cool here. And let's go ahead and pick this one. And I'm just going to do a hub. Okay, we'll just say hub. We'll hit save. Save. And when I open home, hub is in there, which is nice. Hebert, and then we hit save again, and it's everything is good. Okay, so and actually, let's go ahead and reload save scene. Reload. Everything looks good. Okay, everything is good, I think. Okay, so now let's go back to the script, and we are going to copy this. Okay. Now, editor map, get tree, scene tree. Yeah, I know it's already in there, so. Um, Here, let's do something. Control Z. And let's go ahead and do, let me copy this real quick. So that was the enter tree function on the save plugin. Now, this var editor map equals get tree dot edited scene root. Do I need to do it every time I want a new button, or can I put it up at top of the function? And honestly, I'm not really asking it anything so hard, but it will make it hard. Okay. I think I can. I think I could put it at the top. Uh, it just needs to be called once for the scene tree. So I don't think it needs to be done. You can define the editor map once at the top of the inner tree function or use it for all button connects within that function. You don't need to call get tree repeatedly. See why this works. It doesn't need this why this works. Updated function. Yeah. Well, it'll just write it for me. I think I'll just go ahead and use it then, right? Remove button connect pressed. Button, add room button, remove button, on and remove button pressed. Add new buttons. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and copy it. It's just fine. I actually don't mind, still don't mind actually for it doing it. I just could do it, but I decided to ask it a question. Yeah, I'll have to change my stupid. I have to change my stupid. Maybe do something for me. notice the formatting I used in my function. You make sure that and function name are at the top of the function and the bottom, so I can identify where it starts and stops, like I have it in my code, and then make sure that there is an extra space after each open parenthesis and before each closed. So print something becomes print something. And could you further add to the if statement, also taking the white space into account, like every other parentheses in the code? If something is equal to something else, would be if something is equal to something else. And let's see if it does it properly. Like every time, now it has a memory thing. I can tell it to remember something, and it will probably remember it. But it's almost like I have to tell it before every new conversation to do something. And I might just go ahead and copy that over, but I'm going to see what it does first. And maybe, just maybe, formatting preferences, you like to apply the following changes in a tree function. Add block markers at the end. Mark the function better, matching your formatting style. For the spacing, add extra space after each opening and before each closing parenthesis. So something, etc. If statements with parentheses, added parentheses around if statement conditions with the same spacing. Yes. Apply this to all if statements function. Verify that. Okay. Okay. Add button and remove button. Somehow it gets this formatting weird and does this. It's italics. I'm not sure why, because it doesn't do it on all of it. But it doesn't matter because the code is correct anyways. Just sometimes it's color coding it gets weird, and some of its formatting gets weird. I would like this style of formatting on all future code. You don't have to change anything now, as I'll just change it as I go. But from now on, you can remember it. Let's do the formatting this way. Also, any code block that's bigger than 3 lines, I would prefer that it also has C style code block characters. If it's up to 3 lines, you can leave those off, as I can pretty much discern. I can pretty much tell what I'm looking at. This is just to make it more readable for me. Let's see what it says. And actually, it doesn't need to repaste this. I'm gonna copy it. I'm gonna put that in there, and it should work just fine. I actually didn't need to do that, but that's all right. Paste. Okay, Control S. Okay, good. Yeah. So enter tree. If editor map. Add button connect, and this even and honestly, I can do this too on my own, since it doesn't have a problem doing that. Now, the functions, callable functions, of course, I need to go into the editor map code, and where is the button? Is it down there or is it up here? And what do we call it? Func. What? On add room button pressed. Okay. Okay, let's go back here. Control C. Here. B. I don't know what Control B just did. Hopefully it didn't do anything. Yeah. Tab. Pass. So. And then, yeah, I know it's the same. All right. Control C. Control V. Somebody, I guess somebody must have. Oh yeah, I got some reactions. It's usually, let's see, it's Tycoon and Neeson this time, and then sometimes it's somebody else. But whenever I post my link to my stream in Redot, of course it's short today, so hopefully anybody that actually comes in here and sees it won't get mad. It's just because I'm over this week. It might be a little bit different, shorter in some cases, because I'm messing with the stuff it takes to initialize and start up the stream. I'm trying to get the time down so that people can expect to actually see me working. So now, what do we call this? We call this add room and remove room. On add room and on remove room. Like I said, normally if it were me, actually I don't need a pass. I'm gonna print add button pressed. Okay, like that, and then and this one should be remove button pressed. There we go. We can save it. And so, like I said, normally these are like this one is Pascal case. I don't even think I used to kbob case anymore. Control find. See, there's no. So if I went ahead and commented that out, I bet you I wouldn't even miss it because I'm not doing that anymore. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to 2D. But before I do that, let's go ahead and project settings. Okay, and then we're gonna remove this, and then we're going to re-enable it. Close. Button created. Okay, these are created. Welcome. Okay, maybe it didn't put in the maybe it didn't put those as print buttons. The buttons are actually created, which is good. Yeah. Okay. 134 and 31, which is that's interesting. It had to do with its size, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and Control C. We're going to put this after visible, and we're going to put this also after visible. And we're going to go remove created, and we're going to go add created, and then we're going to Control C. We're going to do this, and then we're going to go ahead and do it here. But what we're going to do here is we're going to say plus created added. We're going to say how did they do that? That minus added, and then we're going to say come on. Actually, minus visibility plus visibility. This is going to be add button, and this one's going to be remove button, and Control S, and then project settings. Do plugin created, button created. Say room data at size. Wait, at size. Okay. And remove button size. There. Then we do the same thing. Do-do, do-do. Okay, let's do one more thing here. Print that. Okay, and then let's do this one more time. Like that. Close. Now, plugin enabled. Button created, save room data at size. Button added to canvas editor menu. Button visibility true. Add created. Save room data at size. 130, 31. That's kind of weird that they're that small or big or however you want to say it. Go to 2D. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why? Wait a second. Why is... Okay, fine. Control... Reload save scene. Okay, let's close that. I gotta try something else here. Let's go back over here. Let's reload it. Come on. There we go. Ah. Oh. Project settings. We'll see if we can do this again. Do 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 do. Why did it add? Why is it adding multiples here? Shouldn't be adding multiples. Room manager. Does this work? Button pressed. Button pressed. Yeah, I don't know why it's... Why did it do that? Okay, fine. Project settings. Let's disable it. Close. Control S. Scene. Quit. Restart it. Phase 1. Okay, it's not up there anymore. Scene, project settings, plugins, on, close. Save. Okay, let's go ahead and close it again. Let's go ahead and reload it again. Open it up. It's still there. Can I use it? I can't use it. What? How come? Okay. Something's not right. Add button, add button, add button. Print, add created. Button text. Oh. Add button text. Add button text. Okay, so add button, add button, add button, add created, add button text, add size, add button size, add button, add to visibility, add button visible. On add button pressed, add button dot connect, on add button room button pressed. Remove button, remove creating, not remove button dot text, room button size, right? remove button, minus, remove button visible, on remove button pressed, remove button. Okay, so project settings, plugins, close. All right, restart it. Okay. Scene, project settings, plugins, on, close, Control S. Save scene, save all scenes. Make sure everything's saved. Okay. And we're going to close it. And we're going to turn it on again. And now they're up there. Project settings, plugins, turn it off, turn it on again. What? Okay, so why did it do that? Why is it doing that? No. Close. Something not right. Script. Copy. Let's go back to apply the following parentheses space and statement in parentheses style block markers. Keep this in mind. Okay, so it's actually working. However, the add remove buttons don't work unless I don't work when I start up Redot until I disable it and check in the plugin settings and then re-enable it, but then it shows 2 plus minus where the first set is in front of saved room data and the second set is after, and the second set works. Now let's go ahead and do a screenshot here. Let's go to 2D screenshot selection, take screenshot. No. Cancel, take screenshot. Okay, that would be enough, I guess. Copy clipboard. Okay. Control V. Darn it, I should have added the dang code. it stop. Here's the modified code with debug print statements. Let's see if it works with that. And it's almost getting close to 3:30. So I may not get very far here today. Facing Redot, the add room and remove room buttons on your editor plugin don't work when you start Redot. After enabling, you see two sets of it doesn't work in another set afterwards. The entry function runs whenever the plugin is enabled, creating new instances of the same root data plus minus buttons, adding them to the container. When you disable and re-enable, the plugin runs again, creating a second set of buttons. The first set from the initial Redot startup isn't properly connected or cleaned up, while the second set after re-enabling works because the signal connections are freshly established. The initial buttons on startup might fail to connect their pressed signals to the editor map methods because assigned to editor map might not be fully available or connect at that point. After re-enabling the plugin, the theme rate is properly loaded and the connections succeed. No cleanup. That's no exit tree function to remove the buttons when the plugin is disabled. So the old buttons persist in the editor UI, leading to duplicates. Yeah, but it didn't do that for the other button. We will add exit tree to remove buttons. When the plugin is disabled, remove the buttons from the container to prevent duplicates. Store buttons as instance variables. Store the buttons as instance variables so they can be accessed in exit tree for removal. Debug signal connections. Ensure the signal connections are established correctly even on startup by validating editor map and logging connection status. Here is updated custom save GD with these fixes. Formatted according to your style, parenthesis spacing, if with parentheses, and the C style block markers for larger than 3 lines. Here. Button. Yeah. If. Okay. Exit tree. Do I have anything else in this? Is it just that? We do have a process. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, we have a process function. Oh. Okay. Before doing anything, I didn't realize there's more code in the file. In fact, it's running process which reconnects. I forgot we had a problem at one point, but that was fixed. And we do have an exit function. Let me give you the full code first. And that is select all, copy, paste. And here it is, colon. Okay, so that's my fault for not. I didn't realize it. We actually had this reconnect problem. In fact, it was doing. I think it was doing double buttons like the same way. So actually, it was doing that there, and I just forgot. I forgot that it actually did all that stuff. In fact, it's got to remove control from container on the exit tree. So that means I need to add. Okay. Okay, got it. Thanks for sharing the full code. I can see the complete picture. Redot plugin process. Analyze the issue with the buttons not working. Yeah, it doesn't do all the extra stuff that it's supposed to do here. Store all buttons as instant variables, extend. Here's updated custom save GD with these fixes. Copy. And it's gonna format like I like it too, so that's cool. Changes made. Added instance variables, extended reconnection, added function name, applied formatting, updated exit tree. Sure. Okay, that makes sense. Select all, paste, Control S. What did happen here? Uh, whoa. Okay, scene, project. I probably have to disable it first, close it, clear all that out. In fact, let's save everything. Uh, quit. Let's quit. Let's restart it. Open it up, and let's do that. So that there, we'll do that. Something like that. Okay, and then project. Here, let's actually shouldn't have any errors here. That's fine. Project settings, plugins. Turn this back on. No errors. Okay, close. All right, let's go back to 2D and plus add pressed, move pressed. Okay, looks like everything is good. Now, the only other question is, when I close it and I rerun it, it should work, actually should work fine because it's got everything in there like it's supposed to be now. So it should be fine, I hope. Okay, so plus, minus, and everything works. Thank you, Grok. Thanks. This worked like a charm. Okay, so next I can worry about creating a new room. Oh, I use So when I add it, I'm going to create a new room, and we'll save all the relevant data, and okay. Um, and adding it to the scene tree, and also the move function will do the same. And it's I got 10 minutes really, and then what's going to happen is I'm going to go over and I'm going to be to I'm going to be end up being late because I decided to But we'll see. We'll see what it says. It might decide to create the functions for me, and if it does, I will go ahead and I will accept it. Okay. I'm glad the fix for the buttons worked perfectly. Now, on the next step, creating new room default values, adding it to the scene tree, implementing a remove function, deletes the last room. Okay, it's actually working off of old code, which is fine, because the only thing I changed is... Okay. I'll let that go while I go to the script. Let's go to the editor map, and let's actually remove kebab case here. Select all, copy. It didn't need to redo that because that works just fine. So the plugin code was fixed and working fine. You didn't need to redo that. However, I have an updated version of the editor map file. However, even so, it's not fully formatted yet, but I'd still like you to format it like I said above. After we've added in the add and remove functionality. Actually, I can remove that last one too, but we'll see what it says. I'm getting short on time now. So we'll see. We'll see. You know what? I just thought of something. You know what I used to do to get around editing is after recording my work for the day, I go and I play it back in VLC in my actual video updates, and I'm just thinking uh, instead of B-roll footage, I could just go ahead and go back through the stream at certain points and just kind of show a little bit of what was going on when I do my little end recording. Probably do it like that. See, it's not doing my formatting now. Actually, what's it doing here? Is it? Let me see something here. It's doing something wrong here because where's doggone it? Where's it at? Remove button. Okay, remove press. I get that's fine. Um, that's new code. Oh, no, that's right. That's right. Okay, I'm just making sure. But it didn't format it. Step 2, apply. Let's format the entire according to your style preferences. Yes. Yes, yes. Thank you very much. Keep going. I know it makes it look a little bit more like C, but it does help me to be able to. Well, that's not part of my formatting there. It's not doing it. It's not doing it on all those. Oh, weird. It's not done, but it's not doing anything now. Should I attempt it? You know what? I'm not going to sweat it as far as the formatting goes. Um, what I am going to do, however, though, is actually let's go into Redot. Select all. Go into a text editor here. Let's hit paste. We're just doing that, and then let's go back, and then let's go back to Grok, and let's go back to copying this. It entirely formatted all properly, but that's all right. Select all, paste. Okay, Control S. Well, that's interesting. Wow. What did it do? That is weird. Why did it do that? I think it's just messing up now. Okay, let's go ahead and do that, and then do that, and keep on going. Control S. Reload save scene. Okay. And that's all right. Okay. Generate unique room ID. On add button press. I don't want it. Okay. A whole lot wrong with this. I guess I'll have to wait till tomorrow though. Looks like we'll have to worry about this. Looks like we'll have to worry about this tomorrow. I might even make a new conversation. I might even start a new conversation. This one is getting a little ragged. It does actually remember stuff. It has things that you can remember. You can tell it to forget. So it does have kind of a memory, sort of like the ChatGPT does. Um, but it doesn't seem necessarily. I don't know if it's how limited it is, but okay. So we're just gonna do it there, and we're gonna cut it there. So I am going to now. Of course, I should have that last 10 minutes or 15 minutes. I should have decided to start shutting down. Anyways, in fact, I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Maybe I'm gonna either 10 or 15 minutes. I'm actually gonna shut the stream down like 15 minutes early in order to because I have to do the thing where I record what I did uh for my update videos. So in any case, I want to thank anybody here from that's still here for listening, for watching, um, and here let's switch to webcam. Anyways, yeah. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening or dropping by, and I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna add the code to actually add and remove rooms, which shouldn't be too hard. And then I might go ahead and work on the visualization for the doors. I want the rooms connected based on the door destinations, and I might have it automatically do that when you save it when you save all the rooms. So when you hit the save function, I might have it automatically connect all the doors up via lines, and hopefully probably in a process function to where it'll update it constantly. So the whenever you move the room around, it'll constantly redraw the lines to the different rooms so that you can just move it around and still see it. I don't necessarily need the actual editing, the node style editing where I link rooms that ways, because um, I can just do the destination thing in the deal, and I can save it, and then it'll automatically update the links, and I'll have enough to start working on the game again, and then we'll decide in the future whether or not I want to continue adding more stuff to the editor, or whether I want to just straight up add create an editor, which I'm going to do anyways. So I'm actually planning on doing that, but I need to get this up to a standard to where I can actually work on it now, and then on the side on part of my streams I can work on the editor by itself, and we'll see how that works out. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. And let me find the thank you screen, and with that, thank you for watching.